Lunch was perfect. I caught up with a couple of colleagues and met with one of our exhibitors. I'm ready for the afternoon session. But first, I met someone at lunch I want to introduce to you.
Hi, it's Congressman Jamie Raskin from Maryland's beautiful 8th Congressional District. Sending greetings to all my friends in the Maryland State Bar Association. It's a delight to be a member of the bar along with you and to participate in the association. You know, the last several months, we've seen a terrible assault on the rule of law in the violent insurrection on January the 6th. And we have seen attempts to whitewash that crime. So while we're making all kinds of great progress on the American Rescue Act and getting aid to the states and the counties and school systems and public health infrastructure and getting shots in people's arms and beating COVID-19, and while we're investing in working families in the American Families Act, and we're trying to do the big infrastructure plan with the American Jobs Act, while all of that's going on, we are also still determined to get the truth out about what happened on January 6th, to develop a bipartisan, independent, outside commission modeled on the 9/11 Commission to get to the bottom of it and to reject all of the lies and the propaganda about what took place. So I don't need to tell anybody in this audience about the importance of the rule of law and making sure that everybody's rights are guaranteed under our system of government. But I know that your Maryland delegation in Washington is working hard to vindicate the rule of law and constitutional values in our country. So thanks for what you're doing, and I'm sending everybody all my best regards.
It's great to see so many leaders here at the Legal Summit. Speaking of leaders of the profession, did you hear who received the Honorable Anselm Sadero Award?
Each year, the MSBA presents the Honorable Anselm Sadero Judicial Civility Award to a judge who demonstrates exceptional judicial temperament, civility, and courtesy to attorneys, litigants, and others. This year, I'm excited to announce the recipient of the 2021 Honorable Anselm Sadero Award is Chief Judge Mary Ellen Barbera. Here to tell us a little more about the Honorable Anselm Sadero is his grandson, Matthew S. Worthy.
Thank you to the MSBA for creating this award and continuing to celebrate civility. As Chief Judge of the Supreme Bench of Baltimore City, my grandfather explained that he wore many hats. These extra responsibilities were often difficult because there were no easy answers. The secret to his success was to listen more than he spoke and to include the diverse views of others into the discussion. He would say, if you want to be an effective decision maker, you must conduct yourself in a civil manner. This year's honoree, Chief Judge Barbera, exemplifies judicial civility. In addition to her work as Chief Judge, she had the Herculean task of leading the Maryland judiciary through a global pandemic. With no easy answers in sight, she led effectively with skill, grace, and compassion. I know my grandfather would be excited to present this award to Chief Judge Barbera, and I'm honored to do so in his stead. Congratulations to this year's most worthy recipient, and thank you again, MSBA, for celebrating civility.
I now turn to the Honorable Shannon Avery, one of the many nominators, to say a few words about why Judge Barbera is deserving of this award.
I will never forget my first argument in Maryland's Court of Appeals nearly 30 years ago. I was nervous and overly burdened with my binder of cases with clips and tabs. I wasn't prepared for the good-natured banter that came from the bench. It left me feeling like a deer in the headlights, embarrassed and feeling defeated. But when I walked out of that courtroom, I was greeted by opposing counsel. Now, the Chief Judge of that court, Mary Ellen Barbera. She was warm and encouraging. She lifted me up. I nominated Chief Judge Barbera for the Sadero Award because she's been lifting others and encouraging all of us in her role as an appellate judge since 2002 and as the Chief Judge since 2013. She personifies civility, courtesy, and grace. Through her leadership, She has implemented policies that advance fairness, legitimacy, and humanity in our courts. I am thrilled and honored that Chief Judge Barbera has been recognized by the MSBA with the Sadero Award.
Please welcome the Honorable Mary Ellen Barbera to accept the 2021 Sadero Award.
Thank you, members of the Maryland State Bar Association. I am deeply honored to have been chosen to receive the Honorable Anselm Sadero Judicial Civility Award. I seek to accept this award with the humility it requires. It has been an honor to serve as a judge on the Court of Special Appeals and on the Court of Appeals. It has been humbling to serve as Chief Judge. The unending nature and vast amount of the work that needs to be done is a daily constant for me and my colleagues. Work that will strengthen the rule of law by ensuring access to justice. Work that will make the promise of equal justice under law a promise kept. No day passes that I am not reminded that it is the work we do that is important, not the person who has offered the opportunity to do it. That civility is born of humility, of dedication to the task, rather than to the praise of accomplishment, should be no surprise. Civility is the confluence of human beings treating one another with mutual respect, regardless of status, an application of democracy on a most human scale. We are equals, every one of us, before the law and under the law. Civility in the courtroom is just that, the application of democracy in the context of resolving conflict without violence or unrestrained anger. Civility, then, is essential to the exercise of the rule of law. It has been my honor to practice civility in the court and beyond, as it is and must be for all jurists and all attorneys in Maryland. Thank you for this honor. The work we are so fortunate to have the opportunity to do, the practice of law, the hearing of matters, the operation of the rule of law, is our greater mutual honor. An honor we must continue to earn each day by diligence, commitment, and yes, civility, for it is at the heart of our work. Thank you again.
Congratulations to the Honorable Mary Ellen Barbera, the 2021 recipient of the Honorable Anselm Sadero Award.